Welcome to Northtown Lexus. I'm Jeff Martin. Today we're going to take a couple minutes. I'd like to show you the 2025 Lexus GX550. I want to show you a couple features in the rear of the vehicle. All Lexus can be opened with a push right here on the trunk. This is a full fold-up tailgate now, whereas previous years it opened from the side, so that's one of the big changes for this year. The vehicle comes standard with third row seating. What's very nice about this vehicle is that if you're not using the third row seating, they've got a power button to push them down, and I'll show you how to do that. Right over here on the side, this little button, just push the down button, push it twice, it takes about 10 seconds. The seat will completely fold down into the flat position, which is nice. And there it goes all the way down, just like that. Some of the other features on this vehicle that are pretty awesome, let me close the door back up here to show you. I like this feature when I'm at the supermarket. Instead of having to open the entire back door, there's a small button right here in the corner. You can push this. This will allow you to just pop the hatch glass like that. That way you can reach in, gives you some nice flexibility on the vehicle. I'll show you how to pop the gas door as well to add gas to the vehicle. Right down below here, there's a little picture of a gas door. All you gotta do is give that a pull. That will pop the gas door open right over here for you. Right here, premium unleaded fuel only. Lexus definitely recommends premium unleaded fuel because this vehicle has turbos on the motor. Very easy to put gas in the car. Just turn to the left, fill her up, turn to the right, one click, you're all set to go just like that. A few other features on this side of the vehicle I'd like to show you. If you've ever owned a Lexus, you'll probably know all the features on the door because they're very similar. One thing I do want to point out, in the top left corner, there's a picture of a mirror with an arrow. That feature is very nice. What that is that's power folding outside mirrors. You can push that button at any time to fold the mirrors inside. If you push the auto button right here, a light will turn on. What auto does is whenever you put the car into park and then shut it off, the outside mirrors will automatically fold inward. That's very nice if you're parking on the street or if you've got a tight squeeze into the garage. Other than that, everything else on this side of the car, fairly simple. Lexus comes right up here with a set button, 1, 2, 3. That is the Lexus memory system. The way this works is very easy. Once you have the seat, the steering wheel, and the two outside rearview mirrors set the way you like, all you'll do is push the set button and hold it, push number 1 and hold it. You'll hear a beep right after that. That will memorize the position of the seats, steering wheel, and mirrors. If you get back in the vehicle and you find that things have been changed if someone else drove the vehicle, just simply push your button, number 1, you'll hear a beep, and everything will come right back to the preset position. Very nice and easy. Here we are sitting in the interior of the 2025 Lexus GX550. I'd like to show you a couple of the important features of the interior of the vehicle. Your center screen here, this has almost all of the major controls that you'll need in the vehicle. If you touch the button right here with the little music note on it, that moves you to the radio screen. This is generally the screen I have on most of the time. The little arrow in the top corner, that would take you to the GPS, so the map would be on display in your vehicle. I'll go back to the stereo. Just want to show you a couple features with the radio. You can push the channel button right here to change the stations. Once you get to the station that you like, there's a little heart button up top here. As soon as I get to the station I like, I give that heart button a push and the heart will turn red when I do it. Here, I'll show you right now. What that will do is that will put this station into memory in the top slot right here. Now you can scroll down and you can pick whichever one you want to change the station to. If you push the edit button right here, this will allow you to go ahead and delete stations off of here. So if I just hit the little minus button right here, I can delete stations as simple as this right here. This way you can customize your presets on the left side. Another feature that I love with the radio, if I push the little gear button down here and we go just a little ways down, I want to show you sound and media, sound tuning. This is the screen that allows you to change the settings of your music. If you like a little more or less treble and mid-range and bass right here, you can go ahead and fine-tune the music just the way you like it. If I scroll the screen down a little bit right here, this is how I can fade from left to right or front to rear. It'll always be centered directly in the middle of the vehicle. What I find is that if you move it a little bit back toward the back, you send more of the power to the rear speakers. So the front speakers, they balance out a little nicer and it gives you a good stereo effect. One of the many things I like to do on the interior. Another very cool feature is this button right here. This button says Mode Select. If you take this button and just give it a little turn to the left like this right here, you're going to change the mode settings of the vehicle. Lexus has 3 different settings. They've got Eco, Normal, and Power mode. The vehicle will always be in normal mode. You don't have to do anything. One turn toward me puts it into Eco mode. On the dash it'll show you Eco and you'll get a new display. All Eco mode does is it cuts the shift points a little bit so that it tries to maximize the gas mileage that you get out of the vehicle. If I turn it to the right, that puts it in what they call Sport mode. Sport mode is the exact opposite. Sport mode will actually raise the shift points a little higher, as well as tighten the steering on the vehicle. It gives you a little bit more of a performance sporty type of drive on the vehicle. Another feature I love right down here, this is a wireless phone charger. I can take my phone and literally just set it right down on top of here. In a couple seconds, I'll get a little message on the top of the screen that tells me that my charger's turned on. My phone is charging now, which is pretty cool. One thing that we want to warn you, don't put the keys to your car on the wireless phone charger, okay? We've been told by Lexus that when the key sits on the charger, the wireless signals can talk to each other and it may drain the battery in your key, on your car key. Just little stuff that we learn as we go here. A few other wonderful features on this car. Down here, I want to show you this feature right here. There's a little button that says hold, and it's got a circle on it. This feature is called brake hold. Whenever you're sitting at a red light and you've got the brake pedal pushed down, if you let go of the brake pedal, the car will creep forward. If you push this button hold once at any time while you're driving, what will happen is it will allow you to take your foot off the brake pedal. The car will sit still, it won't move. And then you can go ahead and just obviously push the gas pedal when you're ready to accelerate. So some very smart features that Lexus has incorporated into the interior of this vehicle. Up above here, a couple features I want to show you on the top console. This button right here that says door, I always push that so the light is on. This feature will turn all of the inside lights on whenever any of the doors are opened automatically. This feature here I also want to show you. If I push right here, there's a little red button in here. It says SOS next to it. Every Lexus comes with a safety system. It's called Safety Connect. The way this system works is when you're driving, if you're ever in an accident, the car will send a signal via satellite directly to Lexus. They will, in a couple seconds, be in the car talking to you. They're going to ask you if you're okay, if you need help. If you do, they can send 911 because they know your exact location. Very nice system. Also, at any point, if you ever have any type of emergency in the car, you can push this button once, twice. Within a couple seconds, an attendant at Lexus will be in the car talking to you. So if you needed directions or you needed help or you had an emergency, anything you might need, you've got that service. The other feature that's part of Lexus Safety Connect is stolen vehicle recovery. If your vehicle ever got stolen, you call the police can contact Lexus. Lexus has the ability to help track the vehicle, as long as it's within the United States, of course. Very nice features. Center console is real big in this vehicle too, which is nice. Very well designed interior, very comfortable. This is the Lexus TX model right here. This particular one is a 2025 TX350. We make a couple versions of this vehicle, the standard version being this one right here. We also make a hybrid version called the TX500H, and we make a plug-in hybrid version called the TX550H+. What I'd like to do today is show you a couple of cool features on this vehicle, stuff that whether you own one or you've never owned one, you'll find fascinating. Just wanted to give you a short little view here of the front of the vehicle. The whole gist of this vehicle when Lexus created it, those of you that know about our RX model, that's been our most popular model forever, we wanted to build a vehicle that had a very large third row seat. That was really the whole purpose of this model. You can fit 2 adults, people my size, almost 6 feet tall, in the third row, and you can drive for 100 miles, no problem at all. The other great feature is when you've got 2 adults in the third row seat, there is room behind the third row seat. I think there's a picture straight ahead back there of the back of the vehicle opened up, and it's got a total, Lexus tells us that you can fit a total of 8 carry-on suitcases into the vehicle when the third row is in the up position. So this is an excellent option here if you've got a couple of kids and stuff to go along with it. Just wanted to give you a nice view of the front of the vehicle right here. Typical Lexus signature spindle grille right here. Vehicle's got beautiful headlights on it too. These are the daytime running lights right here. They run the whole width of the front of the vehicle. But very clean design on the TX right here. If you'd like, we're going to walk around. I want to show you a couple of cool features at the rear of the vehicle. I want to show you a really cool feature on the Lexus TX. This feature is actually on a lot of our cars, but for the sake of being able to show it to you, this is something not a lot of people know about. If you take a look here at the door handles on a Lexus, this is a special type of door handle. It's an electronic door handle. In the old days, you just pulled a latch and the door opened and closed. With this electronic door handle, what happens is as soon as you go to open the door from the inside of the vehicle, there are sensors that are looking in both directions. They're looking for someone walking, someone riding on a bike, or another vehicle possibly. What the sensor basically would do is in a split second, it would not allow you to open the door and obviously hit somebody is the way it's designed. Because it's electronic, there's a couple of little subtleties about it that I wanted to tell you about. One thing is when you look at this door handle, obviously there's a button right here, you can push it and the doors will lock. And simply grabbing the door handle, you'll hear 2 beeps, the doors will unlock. In the event that your battery goes dead in your key or your battery goes dead in the vehicle, there's a couple cool little techniques here I want to show you. If you take a look on the door handle right here, there's a little piece right here. It's kind of separate from the main door handle piece. This piece right here comes off, and I'm going to show you easily how to take it off. Just grab any credit card out of your wallet or purse. If you literally just slide it in here like this, give it a pop, literally the whole piece pops right off like that. Now what you see in here is the traditional keyhole that normal cars have. You can put your little key shank right in there. You can open the doors and get into the vehicle. This piece, obviously, once it pops off, you can just pop it right back on. But I wanted to show you that because very few people know that even exists, which is kind of cool. Also, here's another thing. In the event, let's say your vehicle's parked in the garage for a couple weeks, and you get home and the battery goes dead in the vehicle. You still have the ability to get into the vehicle even though the door handle is electronic. What you would do in that instance, there's a little lever down here below the door handle. If you just pull this lever out just a little bit like that right there, that will always open the door even without any power to the battery. So those are just a couple little features I wanted to show you about the door handle. One of the terms we've always used with Lexus is the sound the door makes when it shuts. One of the terms I heard a long time ago, it's called bank vault thud. Very solid. That's a testament to the quality of this vehicle. If you like, we can come right around to the back of the vehicle. This is the rear of the Lexus TX350. A couple of really cool features back here I'd also like to show you. You'll always see the intuitive park assist sensors. They go all the way around the front and rear bumpers of the car. That's for parking assistance. When you're pulling into the garage, as the vehicle starts getting close, it begins to beep. One of the features the Lexus also has is if you start getting too close, when you get within 4 inches, the vehicle has automatic braking. It'll actually apply the brakes and the vehicle will stop so that you don't hit something, which is a very cool feature. I'm going to open the trunk up right here, push a button underneath if you like, or push a button on the key, very simple. I want to show you a couple cool features about the trunk on this vehicle. Obviously there's 2 buttons right here, one of which you can push, it'll open and close the door. One thing we find is that we do have customers of all varying heights. What this vehicle allows you to do, when you open the trunk up, you have the ability to set the trunk at a certain level. And I'll actually do it for you. We're going to open the trunk back up here once it stops. Okay, there we go. All I'm going to do is push the button right when I get to the height that I want to set it at, just like that there. I'm going to push the button again and I'm going to hold it just for a couple seconds and you'll hear it beep a couple times. There's a beep. There's 4 beeps. I'm done. I just set this position here for the trunk. This is very handy if you're a little shorter and you can't quite reach all the way up to close it. What I'll do now is I'll close it back up again. Now I'm going to open it and you'll see that the trunk's going to stop right in the position that you set it for right here, which is kind of cool. Right there. Very nice feature. I want to show you all of the room that you get in the rear of this vehicle. This was the whole gist for why Lexus created the TX model. You got a whole lot of room. Right now the seats are in the down position. Every TX comes standard with a button that you can push that powers the seats up. The button's located right over here on the inside. Simply just give the button one push like this here. It's one push for open and close on the seats right here. And I'll go ahead and do both of them for you. You can see them both come up at different speeds, which is kind of cool. Very easy. Now you can see the seats in the up position. And you got a whole lot of room back there, which is very, very nice. The TX does have a spare tire. It's hidden down below here. You can lift up a couple of panels. It is right below this panel down here. That's the rear of the vehicle for you. I want to show you one other feature regarding the inside door handle on the Lexus. Door handle right here. Traditional door handles, you pull a lever and the door opens up. With the electronic door handles, all you got to do is just push the button right here when you're inside the car. The door will pop open, very simple. If the sensor detects a bicyclist, a pedestrian, or another vehicle coming by, it will pause. It will not open. It will not allow you to open the door and hit somebody. In the instance where you lose power to the vehicle and you push this button, if the door doesn't open, there's an emergency release feature as well. All you have to do is just reach onto the lever and just pull it once, twice like that. As soon as you do that, the door will always pop open. So in the instance where you can't get out of the car due to lack of power, just give that 2 pulls. Very cool feature. I want to show you a couple of features on the inside of the vehicle as well. I just want to demonstrate a couple of features that are kind of cool here that not everyone knows about. One of the features that I think is really neat, and almost all of the 2025 model year Lexus and newer, all of our vehicles use what they call a start-stop feature. When you pull up to a red light and you take your foot off the gas pedal, the vehicle always turns off. The engine will turn off. So if you're sitting there for 2 or 3 minutes, you won't be using any gasoline. Once you step on the gas pedal, the engine will turn back on. Not everybody likes to use that feature all the time. You have the ability to turn it off. There's a little button right here. It's got a circle with the letter A in it, and it says off. If you simply just push that button in at any time when you're in the vehicle, a little orange display will show in the lower corner with the A in the circle. That will turn the start feature off if you don't want to use it. Another really neat feature, a lot of the cup holders on Lexus have a feature where you can push a button and the cup holder will actually drop downward, which is kind of neat. In the TX, there's an unlock button you can push. You can actually remove the cup holders if you wanted. So if you don't necessarily need cup holders in the center compartment here, you've got more room for storage. Very smart design on the TX. Also, there's a feature right here. There's a little light on here with a little battery symbol. This is a wireless charger. Most new Lexus models come with this feature. All you have to do is just take your smartphone and just set it right down on there. Within a couple seconds, you hear a little beep and a little green light comes on, and your phone is now in charging mode, which is kind of cool, and it shows you right on the screen that you're charging. So very smart designs on the cars. One other feature I'd like to show you, and this is just something I'm a big fan of. We have a feature in our cars, it's called power mode. To access it on the TX is pretty simple. There's a little car icon here in the lower left corner. If you push the car, you're going to have normal, sport, eco. Those are the 3 different settings. Normal is for normal driving. If you push the sport button, you will notice a couple things happen. The ride will change slightly. You'll notice that the steering will suddenly get a little tighter and sportier. Also, the shift points on the transmission will raise a little higher. A little more fun driving the car. They call it sport mode. I personally love it in my Lexus. I turn it on all the time when I get in the car. Something worth trying out. I want to do one last thing with you. I want to show you how easy it is to pair your phone to the vehicle. Okay? We're going to first push the button right on here. It's got a little phone icon. Okay? I'm going to take my cell phone, activate it. I'm going to just hit connect a device right here. Right now I'm going to ask the car to search for devices. If I go into settings on my phone, I'm going to pick the Bluetooth mode. And right now the car and the phone are looking for each other right here. So if I hit Lexus TX right here, this should get everything talking right here. It's picking your camera up too, kind of cool. Confirm the code, yes. We want to pair the phone right here. We want to allow my phone book to transfer to the car. Lastly, we want to enable Apple CarPlay. I'm going to hit yes here. I'm going to hit connect. That's it. You will pretty much really only need to do this once when you buy your new Lexus. Every time you get into your car, the car is always going to look for your phone, and it will connect automatically just as this did right here. I only want to show you a couple features on CarPlay, just some cool stuff that's really easy to look at. When you see CarPlay, the first thing you'll see, the initial screen, is basically what your phone is. You've got your GPS on your phone built in right here. One touch of the button, it's very easy to operate, as well as if you've got music stored in your phone. All of your music will suddenly display on the screen and you can play it. Another feature that is really wonderful here, whenever you're driving, obviously if you get a phone call, all you got to do is push the phone button right on the left side of the steering wheel and you can start talking hands-free. Also, anytime you get a text message when you're driving, it will display right on the screen and you can just push a button, reply, or turn it off. Apple CarPlay is wonderful if you haven't had it in a vehicle. It's very easy to learn and use. I just wanted to thank you for taking a couple minutes to check out the Lexus TX350 model. We've got this model on display here at Northtown Lexus. We're located at 3845 Sheridan Drive in Amherst. My name is Jeff Martin. Happy to help you out. Thank you again for all of your time.